As well as gentlemen, Papa Boris here with the rest of this Shaman Hearthstone Arena run. This deck is so good, I can't even take it. I mean, if I don't make it to 7 wins, let me just tell you right now, I'm gonna be hella pissed. But that's the thing about Shamans, they not only have a lot of removal, but they have a lot of good removal, and a lot of it's cheap, so it's not a big deal putting it into your deck. Like, let's say Druids, you know, they have a lot of removal too, but you got things like, you know, Swipe, and Starfall, and Starfire. You gotta be careful, because that shit's expensive. Whereas Shaman, I mean, you could almost take, like, every Forked Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Rockbiter weapon that you see, and be totally fine. Okay, this opening hand's not great, that's for sure. I don't want to keep either of those cards, because they might not be able to do much. Obviously, I'll keep my removal. Okay, well, we'll get some global removal in case this is like a balls-to-the-walls aggro warrior, but other than that, not the greatest start. Okay, got the Blood Mage again. Probably not going to be playing him on turn 2. Don't really want him to die and give me a card. Again, if it were a Loot Hoarder, I would totally just play him on turn 2 and, you know, whatever, man, who cares. But, the Loot Hoarder is just card draw. This guy actually might matter a lot, like, game-changingly a lot for Lightning Storm or Lightning Bolt. Got a Spell Damage Totem. I mean, that's a good totem, but of course it probably won't live, so I'm not, like, that excited about it. It's kind of crazy that with the Blood Mage here, I can actually make Lightning Bolt deal 5 damage, which is pretty bonkers. Next turn, look at how bad this Wind Speaker is. What is this guy doing? It's a 3/3 for 4 mana. One of my imps can attack twice. I mean, this guy is not that good of a card. But he's here, because there was nothing better. And I guess he was pretty good in that one game. He got to kill something. He's got, like, it looks like a silence here? Yeah. Alright, so that's going to get Lightning Bolted. Or Rockbiter weapon. So what's better? Well, here's the thing. Lightning Bolt bypasses taunt, deals direct damage, and it gets a boost from spell damage. So like if I use it here, then I'm missing the potential for hitting a key target later on. The thing is, though, that next turn would be a great time to be overloaded because I have nothing else to do next turn. However, I think it is important to preserve that Lightning Bolt just because it is so valuable. So we're gonna go ahead and Rockbiter weapon myself. I don't mind taking 4 damage, and I think this imp here is more valuable to me than the than 4 damage to the face. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I should mention something, by the way. This is not going to be the full rest of the games, and I apologize. Basically, I have something I need to do later today, but I figured if I could spend this hour playing some of the games, then I could get the video to you earlier, and I guessed that you'd probably rather have the video earlier than have everything all in one part. But, you know, if I'm wrong, let me know. I'll be happy to not do that and not make that decision in the future. Oh, Frostwolf Warlord! Well, this does mean I'm leaving these creatures alive, so some of my imps are going to die, but I am not going to pass up a chance to drop an 8/8. So we're going to go ahead and ignore all this stuff. So, of course, his creatures can kill off my imps and whatnot. I've got removal next turn. I just didn't want to kill the stuff this turn, get overloaded, not be able to play him. I just want to make sure I could play this guy. I mean, yes, warriors have some answers for this. Silence would be pretty good. Weapon plus execute is pretty good, but still, an 8/8 is not something you want to pass up a chance to drop. Okay, so you can kill the Imp Master and both of the imps. Oh, he's actually, looks like he's actually gonna take this guy out. I'm actually okay with that. I mean, he spent 2 creatures and a weapon tick just to kill that thing. The bad news, of course, is that it means that this Wind Speaker is now very, very sad, because I don't get to give Wind Fury to an 8/8. And that's kind of an irritation. Alright. Oh my god, I got another Frostwolf Warlord. Oh god. Okay, well, do this song and dance one more time. I am, of course, going to Lightning Bolt this thing. I've got other removal here. So, yeah. Those turn out to be good. So notice how me being a shaman, having these free totems is good, and then the Imp Master, of course, is nice. Normally I don't want to take that many Frostwolf Warlords, but in this particular game it turned out to be quite alright. Alright, he's going to leave my guy alive. This is very, very interesting here. I'm going to have 6 mana to work with because of overloads, so I'd like to give my guy Wind Fury, but the problem is that if I do, I don't have enough mana to play Lava Burst and take out this Taunter. I don't have enough damage on the board either. This is only a... Well, hang on. So here's what I... Oh, no, I don't have enough mana to Lightning Storm in this. Damn, I need another Lightning Bolt. Well, let's think about this. If I Wind Fury, I just charge in, deal 8 damage. Just go out as a 9, 8, 7, and I've got a Lava Burst. I think this is totally worth it. Let's just do this. So we'll just run on by, and I'm gonna make a totem here. And of course an execute would be a pretty good answer for this, but he obviously would have used the execute a couple turns ago when he killed the first Frostwolf Warlord, so he didn't have it then. I doubt he has it now. He might be fishing for it with that shield block. He's get some armor up. It's not enough to survive this. He needs to kill this Fiery War Axe. Well, he can't do it because if I got my taunt totem. Haha! Epic taunt totem there. Well, that's just going to be the game. But anyway, even if he had removal for this, I have this, and then Lava Burst would have dealt like 7 damage. So that would have been a lot of damage, plus, you know, my little imps and my totem and my 3/3. Alright, well, that was a pretty good game. If I were a douchebag, I'd play Rockbiter Weapon. That's like a whole series I should do, like, if I were a douchebag. That would be like the musical. Papa Boris plays Hearthstone, the musical, you know, like Fiddler on the Roof. If I were a douchebag, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, I'd play a Rockbiter Weapon even though I didn't need it to get the kill. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, anyway. So with the Rockbiter Weapon, my guy would have dealt 22 damage, which is pretty sweet. And sick. Anyway, that was a crazy game. Basically what happened that game was, he did nothing, then I played a Frostwolf Warlord, then I played another one, and then I won. So that's great. I still stand by my decision not to have taken the third Frostwolf Warlord, because although it happened to work out that game, it's very, very risky. That could have just as easily been a total whiff. Haku the Shaman. I wonder, there's a streamer, very famous streamer named Hafu. I wonder if that's... I don't think that's right. I think there's a big difference between K's and F's. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to keep this hand. Now normally I like to mulligan Hex because it's single target removal and you don't want to use it early in the game, so it's a dead card for a while. However, it is my only Hex in the deck. It's my only out against a lot of different things. And I want to make sure that I have it. So basically the reason that I kept it though is because I have a 1-drop and a 2-drop. If I didn't have this 1-drop, I probably would have mulliganed this back to try to find some plays. But since I have it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to play the Ooze, I'm always going to play the Berserker. I want to talk though for a moment. If I hadn't drawn this Berserker, I would actually make a totem here in lieu of the Ooze. It's not so much because I'm afraid that a Shaman will play a weapon later that I want to kill. But it's because the Ooze is a 2 toughness creature, so at this point Forked Lightning would kill both of my cards. This, however, survives Forked Lightning. Now, my opponent is second. He has the coin. He could flip for a totem and then Forked Lightning. Seems like he's not doing that, though, or else he wouldn't have done it first. I need an Earth Shock. I never saw one in my draft, unfortunately. I think that Scarlet Crusader is going to get to kill 2 creatures. Unless... the Scarlet Crusader is a 2-for-1 right now, unless I Hex it. I'm actually going to Hex it. This is not what I normally like to use Hex for, but... Otherwise, it was going to get to kill both of my creatures or one of my creatures in a Rockbiter Weapon. It just wasn't worth it to me. I'm going to gamble that I'm not going to need that Hex later on. I'm going to gamble that my other buffs and my other removal is going to be enough. Now here, if you didn't know any better, this would look like a aggro deck. Ah, damn it, he has removal. Well, he's a Shaman, of course he has removal. Anyway, this would look like an aggro deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Hoping it's a Taunt Totem. It is not. Still going to play the Flame Tongue. It's a bit vulnerable here. Another Wolf Rider or whatever. Or like a... Well, actually, a Stormforged Axe won't kill it. But like a Rockbiter Weapon, for example, if this were a Taunt Totem, that would protect my Flame Tongue from Rockbiter Weapon. Ah, he's got that. Well, I'm actually okay with that. Oh no, not Forked Lightning! Boo! Oh, fuck. It hit that creature. I was really hoping I could kill one of those things. Well, I could use a pair of Rockbiter Weapons to kill this. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh no, I can't, because I can only attack once with Rockbiter Weapon. Well, shit. It's still worth it to kill one. Is there any way that I can protect this? I guess I could pray for a Taunt Totem. I got it. Okay, that's good. And I'm actually going to go ahead and play the Ooze now that there's enough creatures on the board. That's totally fine. Okay. So this Feral Spirit... And that Forked Lightning was amazing, but because of the Feral Spirit and the Forked Lightning, he only has 1 mana this turn from Crazy Overload. So he gets to kill that. However, now I get to play Frostwolf Warlord. Use my other Rockbiter Weapon, kill this thing. The Feral Spirits, the Feral Spirit card was a 2-for-1. I had to use 2 Rockbiter Weapons to clear those things out. So it was a big gamble, definitely, because what's happening now is that if he has removal for this, especially if he has like mass removal and this like a Hex and a Lightning Storm, I just lose the game because all his cards are in the hand, whereas mine are on the board. Okay, well, yeah, this looks fine, like a fine time to play Stormwind Champion. Behold the might of I will, in fact, let's see, do I want to trade my Uzin for this Frost Elemental, or do I want to deal 6 damage? Well, this is 6, 7, 10. He's at 5 health. Otherwise, he'll be at 11 health. You know what? I'm going to do this. Because I still have the kill. And that Frost Elemental with a buff could have taken out my Stormwind champion. Now, it's having a mere creature buff is not good enough, so by killing it, I trade 6 damage in exchange for robbing him of possible outs. Alright, well, it's a good thing we drafted late game cards, because now we just attack and win. So in that game, that was very interesting. You know, I normally say you shouldn't concede, but in that case, it was so obvious I was going to win. I don't begrudge him for conceding. So in that game, I had my removal and I had my big creatures. So I think the revelation that I had in my last Shaman run, which went very badly, that if you play a deck that is naturally resistant to aggro, you should just draft as usual. It's working out so far in this one arena. Because I've made sure to get lots of endgame cards, and it really paid out. The Frostwolf Warlords have been good, although the reason that it was so good is that my opponent didn't really have disruption. The Forked Lightning only killed one creature, the other tick of Forked Lightning hit my Flamesong Totem, so it essentially accomplished nothing. Okay, so let's think about this. I only have one Fire Elemental in this deck. I want to make sure that I have it. Is it worth keeping it in my hand? I basically got a turn 2 play, and I have removal for one creature. My instincts tell me to mulligan this, so I will. I think that having stuff earlier on is better. Well, I would have drawn this anyway, but now I might draw something else that's good too. Okay, Lava Burst. This actually won't be usable for a while. The Overload is really hefty, and the 5 damage is usually going to be overkill, so I'll be using a Rockbiter weapon for removal early on. This is actually a very nice curve it's turning out. So I'm going to have turn 2, and then, depending on if you play something or not, either turn 3 or turn 3 in a Totem. And then turn 4 is the only thing I'm missing, so it looks good. Mad Bomber. That is a risky-ass play. That is a super risky play, because it could enrage my guy. Oh, he's got a coin, I see. Does he have some kind of answer here? Humility, perhaps? A secret. Ah, I see what you did there, sir. I see what you did there. Okay, so that's almost certainly a noble sacrifice, hence him taking the crazy risk. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to Rockbiter Weapon. And we'll see if that's, just in case that's not a noble sacrifice. Okay, it is noble sacrifice. So that guy's going to die. Let's flip a totem, see what we get. Maybe it's a taunt. It is a taunt. Well, in that case, I'm not going to trade. I'm just going to do that. So he's used his coin, so none of the good Paladin 4-mana cards are coming out this turn. No Consecration, no True Super Champion. That's pretty rad. And with luck, this guy's going to get to hit again, unless he has like a Wolf Rider or a Charging Merfolk. Got the bear. Aha. Well, it's less impressive, but that's still okay. Oh, interesting. I could play the taunt. Let's see. This actually is good to play, I think. Because basically, he can kill the little piglet. Oh, no, that's actually not that great. I basically lose the little piglet. So this Mad Bomber can actually trade off everything. This, we'll just trade with the Mad Bomber. And I'm using up more of my mana. I never did get any weapons, so I might as well do this while it's good. So the bear is very good for my opponent. And gets to trade against my heavy hitter. So he played a Mad Bomber, which was kind of nuts. But it was a reasoned decision because he had the Noble Sacrifice to protect it. Or to stop my 5-2 from dealing damage, but I did get one swing because of the lucky taunt totem pole. Alright, there's the Blessing of Kings. Alright, so it's at 3 health. Well, let's think about this. I could, of course, play my Silverhand Knight. The issue there is that this guy can just kill the 2-2, be at 1, and then I'll have to lose a Silverhand Knight, so that doesn't seem that effective. Or I could play Totem in one of my 3 drops. I think I'll actually rather do that. Let's see what the Totem is. It's a spell damage, okay. So, I could, of course, Lava Burst this thing, but I don't mind doing this. This is enough cumulative power to kill the Mad Bomber off. And I can also freeze the Mad Bomber next turn and get in some extra damage if I wish. He's gonna go for me, which is very reasonable. Still has all of his mana. Looks like a Hammer of Wrath. Yep. Okay. So the Mad Bomber, I can't quite kill it yet. But he didn't make a recruit this turn, which is good news for me. Oh my god! Well, I mulliganed the Fire Elemental, but it came back at the perfect time. So I guess the moral of the story is I probably shouldn't have mulliganed it, but it worked out okay anyway. This is actually a bit tricky for Paladins to kill. They're not the greatest at dealing 5 damage. True Silver Champion comes up short. He could have a humility effect. I think he would have used it on my 5-2 Berserker if he had the chance. Ah, that's a very good drop here because it can actually kill my Fire Elemental and I can't freeze it because it's in stealth. So what we'll do here, I think, is try to use up as much mana as I can. Totem plus this makes me a bit vulnerable to Consecration, I suppose. This makes me a bit less vulnerable to Consecration, and I can still use up all my mana. Aha, I will do that then. I'm going to freeze him to stop any True Silver Champion shenanigans. And we're going to get in a pretty decent chunk of damage. So he now really does need to kill the Fire Elemental with this Tiger, which was very good, incidentally. But he's still in a bit of trouble. This is 6 damage as long as the totem's alive. And I've got 5, after the Fire Elemental dies, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, down to 7. This is bringing him down to within 1 hit point, unless he has Disruption from my other stuff. So we'll see what he's got here for 7 mana. That is not relevant. The problem with playing this and flooding the board with Silverhand Knight next turn is, of course, the ever-present potential of Consecration. Ah, he had the Defender of Argus. Well, I have a Frostwolf Warlord, so I think I win this one. Let's go ahead and do this. And then this. God, these Frostwolf Warlords have been freaking ridiculous. Do I damage this, or do I trade these guys? Well, these guys are dying to Consecration. That's the main out I'm worried about. So we're going to go ahead and use them to get through this taunter. And then I'm actually going to hit him in the face. I mean, I am threatening death here. This can hit me for 3, down to 18. Paladins, really, I don't know how they're going to do 18 damage. So he can't burn me out this turn. And he's got a lot of threats to deal with. And if he does deal with these, I still have Lava Burst in my back pocket. Alright, so this is actually normally something that would be a bit of a frustration. However, it's actually not a big deal at all. I don't care about him drawing cards. Now he's only got 2 mana with which to get answers. And he's going to concede. Okay. He should have attacked once more, maybe, seen what else he could get. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So maybe he was hoping for an equality. I guess that could be it. Anyway, that was a trouncing. Jesus Christ. I don't mind. Well, we're at 5-0. Haven't been at 9-0 in a long, long time. I think I've only got 1 recorded run on this channel. That was a 9-0. It was a mage. It wasn't even, I would say, my best mage deck, but it was a fun one. I believe it's in Papa's Boris's greatest hits if you want to check it out. But, yeah, this is going really well. This deck is very strong. Again, I'll be very sad if I don't make it to 7, because it's just so crazy good. Aureus, the Druid. Ah, so we have, again, the same question of, do I keep the Fire Elemental? You know, I'm just gonna frickin' keep it. This is fine. So I have removal in case he has an early play. I've got a turn 3 and a turn 4. I'm going second, so the Twilight Drake will be very large as long as I haven't used my coin. This should be alright. This should be okay. The only thing that would have made this perfect would have been if I had a Worgen Infiltrator, but I'm not gonna complain about that.
Drink with me, friend.
Well, he's got the Panda. Unluckily for him, I have the Rockbiter weapon.
Elements guide me.
Now, I could, of course, coin out the Blood Mage, but just to have it die seems kind of pointless. So next turn, I'm going to just plan on playing the Master and then playing a really, really big Twilight Drake. It's going to Wild Growth. Well, so it's good and bad news. The good news is it's not immediately threatening, but having played Druid several times, I now fully appreciate how good of a card Wild Growth is. I remember in my previous drafts, in my early drafts, I would kind of like rag on it. I'd be like, yeah, Wild Growth's not that great, whatever. But no, it is actually really great. And he's the first player, so he's like 2 mana ahead of me now, which is, well, it's a bit scary for sure. So like that, for example, wouldn't have happened if he hadn't had 5 mana. Alright, we're going to play Twilight Drake. And basically here, if I coin out the Rockbiter weapon, I can kill this thing. If I don't, I can play the Fire Elemental with the coin next turn, but then my Master will be dead. So what I am going to do is actually coin out the Rockbiter weapon. Notice how good it would have been, by the way, to have this Worgen Infiltrator before. He'd be able to kill that thing now if he was already on the board. And then I could keep my Rockbiter weapon, which is obviously a much more valuable thing than the Worgen Infiltrator. Now, the Worgen Infiltrator is not super good against Druids, maybe because it does just die to swipe, which kind of sucks. Okay, so let's think. If I play the Blood Mage, this deals a piddly 4 damage, which isn't quite enough. If I flip a spell damage totem, This will do 5 damage, so I could throw away the Imp to pop Divine Shield, and the Lightning Bolt will kill off the Sunwalker. However, if I don't flip a totem with spell damage, like I say I get like a 1/1 totem, then I've sort of robbed myself of the chance to play the Dread Corsair. So what I'm going to do instead is the following. I'm going to just pop the Imp there. Let's not get greedy. I'm going to trade, you know, some health off of my Drake. We're going to use the Dread Corsair here. And we're going to finish this off with a Lightning Bolt. And don't forget to attack with the Imp Master. So, spell damage plus Starfall would kill off my 2, you know, important creatures. But as long as he doesn't have spell damage and Starfall, I'm safe from Starfall and pretty safe from Swipe. So I should be alright here. I'm overloaded next turn, so no Fire Elemental, which is kind of sad. It's actually very sad. And this is a pretty big threat. But the good news is that this guy's going to have to, you know, I'm going to get a 2-for-1 into this, hopefully, barring any buffs, of course. And in the meantime, I can just put some more damage out. Alright, I'm gonna flip a totem, see what we get. The 1/1. Okay, so do I play the Worgen Infiltrator? The problem is it just dies to swipe. Does he have good things to swipe? Well, it's gotta be kind of careful about it, because if he swipes this guy gets enraged. So if he swipes this, these 2 live, and he still has to run in. Would he play a swipe here? That's what I want to know. No, I'm not gonna play it. I'll wait and see. The other problem with playing it, I just now realize, is that it would have prevented an Imp from popping. So the Imp Master would still get damaged, but then the Imp wouldn't appear. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't play this. Savage Roar, alright. So he's gonna get to kill off my Taunter with the Savage Roar. I don't know how much he really gains from that. He's spending 5 of his 8 mana to do that. And this now gets, you know, to have a priority kill. But what is it really going to prioritize? Ah, that thing. I see what you did there. I see. Okay, fair enough. That was a reasonable play. And he still has a move for 3 mana. Fairy Dragon. Alright, fair enough. Forked Lightning would be the boss hoss here. Come on! I mean, the Fire Elemental is fine. Don't get me wrong. But Forked Lightning would just be super great. So thinking about 1 mana. I don't know what else you're going to do for 1 mana here. Innervate. Oh, jeez. I see. Mark of the Wild. Ha. Well, that sucks. Definitely. Frost Elemental. Well, shoot! I would have totally frozen this thing and just ignored it for a turn, but since it has Taunt, it doesn't really do me any good. Yeah, I have to kill it. I just don't have any choices. I have to do it. So we're gonna do this. The 4 damage is gonna, it's gonna have to come from the Drake, I think. I mean, I could throw away all the little stuff, but that seems kind of silly. So we're gonna just do that. Let's just take his creature off the board here. I'm gonna use the Imp because I don't want to get this Searing Totem again. I want to know what totems I'm getting. Okay, I think now I'll use a Worgen Infiltrator down. Oh, I can attack this thing. Well, I think I'm in good shape, honestly. He only has 2 cards to my 2 cards, but I've got a 6/5, so Swipe would catch him up a lot. Swipe plus Hero Ability would be 6 of his 9 mana, and he could get rid of everything, taking some more damage to the face. But then I still have a creature here, and this guy could draw me a card. Ah, that also works. Does he have more removal? Oh, he does not. He just dealt damage to it. Interesting choice, priming this up, but not killing one of my other things. Okay. Well, I think a reasonable move here is maybe to freeze one, Rockbiter the other. That seems good. So we'll freeze this thing. Okay, if I have to trade a creature and the Rockbiter weapon, there's no point taking needless damage. So again, we're gonna use the Imp because I want to not get this totem anymore. Oh my god, the frame rate is terrible. Well, this creature's frozen, he's at 6 health and only has 1 card. I'd say my odds of winning are pretty good as far as odds of winning go. Alright. Good times. Good times all around. As my frame rate crashes to a screeching halt. Okay. So, we're up to 6-0. That's pretty sweet. And they've been some pretty, startlingly good wins. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? My late game's coming through. The Fire Elemental's a no-brainer, but like the Frost Elemental, some people do not take those. But I took it because it was late game. There was old me, which would have taken it. Then there was new me, which stopped taking Frost Elemental to be quote-unquote anti-aggro. And now there's, new me Prime. Papa Boris Prime, which realizes that no, even if you're a Shaman and you're afraid of aggro, you should still take Frost Elemental because it's a damn good card and you need some late game. Alright, we're up against a Priest. Snig the Priest. Not a high probability of heavy aggro when you're up against a Priest. That is a great opening hand. I mean, really, it could use some more removal, but I've got plenty of removal in this deck. I think I'll draw it. And I got the 1 piece. I don't want to mulligan away any of my drops just to, you know, get more removal. So this is the moment of truth here, because do I coin out the panda on turn 1? If I do, then I can make a totem on turn 2. Color one of these guys on turn 3. I'm geared up for a Frostwolf Warlord. Yeah, you know what? I want to coin it out, and the reason I want to coin it out, assuming of course he doesn't do anything. If he has a Northstrike Cleric, I will just kill it with Rockbiter Weapon. The reason I want to coin out the panda is that I want to already have it on the board. Wow, my frame rate just got like silk smooth all of a sudden. What the heck? Anyway, I want to have the panda already on the board when in case he plays a creature on turn 2, so I can kill it with Rockbiter Weapon and start attacking. And if he has Shadow Word Pain, well then he has Shadow Word Pain. I'll make a totem, not the end of the world. By the way, if you're a priest, you absolutely should use Shadow Word Pain on the panda. Sure, there might be better targets for it later, but you wanna use your removal and stuff like this if you have nothing else to do on turn 2. Oh my god, this frame rate is amazing. I don't even know what happened. It just started being awesome all of a sudden. Alright, the Golem is a very good answer to the panda. But, as has happened before, I'm just going to do... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. So the Flesh-Eating Ghoul is tempting because stuff's about to die, but actually I think this is even better. Because what it allows me to do is, after the Golem kills my panda, this little Boarling will be able to finish off the Golem that spawns. And I like that a lot. There should still be plenty of death and carnage for this Flesh-Eating Ghoul. So let's see what he does with 4 mana. If he plays like a taunt or something, that will change everything, of course. Shaman Yeti, okay, that's a respectable threat, definitely. Can I get my Flesh-Eating Ghoul big enough? Whoa, I have to really think through my options here. Okay, so, option number 1, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, kill that, a total of 4 creatures die, this becomes a 7/3, it can trade with the Yeti, but the Yeti's actually going to kill this first, so it's not super great. Option number 2, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, run this in, and instead of using the Piglet to kill off the remaining Ghoul, I now play Forked Lightning. Kills off the damaged Golem, this goes down to 3 health. Ah, it's not enough. It's not enough to finish off. I will only have 2 damage on the table. Okay. Another option is I could play the Blood Mage and Forked Lightning. Then I'm not getting the Ghoul down. However, that will then deal 4 damage. I'll then be able to finish off the damaged Ghoul with this thing, and the Yeti with that thing, and I still have this around, and I have the Blood Mage on the table. Okay, that incurs, I think, the least downside for the most upside. So how do we do it? Oh yeah, right, we use the Forked Lightning first. Then, oh god, I need to hurry up and do this. Then we do that, and we do that. So it's a bit sad that all the stuff died when the Flesh-Eating Ghoul was not on the table. But I think that was probably the correct play, because the Flesh-Eating Ghoul was going to get killed by the Yeti eventually anyway. I guess the next turn, if he tried to get greedy and didn't kill it right away, I could have Rockbiter Weaponed it, but it was probably going to get killed by the Yeti anyway, so I didn't want to bother with it. Okay, there's a Shadow Word Pain. Fair enough. And for 3 mana, Mad Bomber. Ah, I see. It hits my guy, of course. Of course. Well, I could play a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, but then it'll just die to this thing. That seems kind of pointless. Let's just start our totem collection. Use Rockbiter Weapon and just kill that. Dead. So we're up to 6 mana next turn. A bit awkward, unfortunately. Nothing really good to do with 6 mana. I'll probably just play a Flesh-Eating Ghoul and maybe hex whatever he puts down, if it's something big. But if it's like Silverhand Knight or something, that's just kind of gonna suck. The bear. Well, I don't really want to hex that. I will hex that, though. Here's the problem, though. If I actually play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul... Oh, this is so terrible. Yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe I should have played the Flesh-Eating Ghoul and just called it a day. Because now, if I play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, the bear can kill it, and I don't have any way of killing anything off. I could, like, hex something, but it's not dead, so the bear will just get to kill it. Which is terribly sad. And if I play the Dread Corsair, then the Scarlet Crusader can, of course, just kill it. Do I play the Lightning Storm here? That can't be right. Well, let's do this. Taunt. That doesn't really help. If I play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, I mean... if I play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, the taunt or die, then the Flesh-Eating Ghoul grows up to 3/3. But the problem is the bear can kill the taunt, and the Scarlet Crusader can pop the Divine Shield. Damn it! Oh, this is getting ugly. I'm just gonna play this thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Man, that one turn. Maybe I should have played a Flesh Eating Ghoul instead. Then I could have kept the Blood Mage and Forked Lightning, and then that would have been really good here. Crap. That's probably that. I don't know if it was a mistake. Could have been the right decision, but it just didn't work out. But that decision definitely didn't work out for me here. So I could still be okay if I flip a spell damage totem and play Lightning Storm, and he plays more stuff that dies to it. He's gonna Thought Steal me. Oh, that's a bit scary. I do have a lot of good stuff. Stormwind Champion's bad because this taunt unfortunately stops the healing totem from killing off the Scarlet Crusader. Pretty sure you just Thought Stole that from me. And the Acolyte of Pain. Well, I gotta take a coin flip here. There's two creatures here that are gonna be coin flips. But I gotta do it. I actually got the spell damage totem. Well, I'd love to play the Flesh Eating Ghoul and Lightning Storm, but unfortunately I'm a mana short. So let's just instead settle for killing all this stuff. He's still doing fine card-wise because of the Acolyte and because of the Thought Steal. And it sucks that I'm overloaded next turn. But technically speaking, when the smoke clears, I'm a little bit ahead on life. He's got the play, so that's his advantage. But he's got 5 cards to my 5. Now, we're in mind control territory. At the moment, I don't have much to mind control other than, like, the Stormwind Champion. So I want to make sure I don't play him until, like, I actually, like, get to, you know, do something really great with it right away. Ah, well, perfect. That would be a nice thing to hex up. Will I have enough mana for it? Yes, I will have 6 mana. Okay, perfect. So finally things go my way a little bit. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I mean, they've been going my way for quite a while. We'll hex this, pass the turn, so the fight continues. We're still 5-5, except now I have a card on the board, whereas the previous turn I didn't, so I guess that's progress, question mark? I don't have any more removal, though. Oh, that's ugly. That is a problem. That is a real problem. He stole my Rockbiter weapon. Fuck, that's so good. He gets a card off of it, and he gets to kill my ghoul. Jesus Christ, that is so good. That's unfortunate. That Gadstructioner is gonna live for another turn. God damn it. This is terrible. Oh, Power Word Shield to draw 2 cards. Well, yeah, that's it. This is over. I don't think I can come back from this. So he has this in play. I don't have any way of killing it, and yeah. Rockbiter weapon. Can I kill this thing with the Rockbiter weapon? If I play Stormwind Champion, I can kill off the frog. I can deal 4 damage to this. I cannot kill it. God damn it. All right, we're going to have to do this.
Attend me. Ready, sir.
And I'm just trying to put as much on the board as I can. Yeah, I'm vulnerable to Holy Nova, but like I've always say, when you're behind, you have to take risks. So I'm super far behind because of all the cards that he drew and because he fucking stole my Rockbiter weapon to kill my ghoul with. So he has 10 mana, 5 cards. He's drawn like 3 cards off of that Auctioneer. Or 2. 3 or 2. Still, it's more than any man should ever expect to hope. And he's got that thing. No more Lightning Storms for me, so I have to just make do with what I've got. The Wind Speaker might help. It's not quite... I mean, like, if I... Oh, he killed my guy. God damn it. Well, that sucks. And he can actually heal this back up. Holy Nova, no! Ah, oh, Jesus. So he draws a card off of it, heals everything up. Yeah, this is over.
Mind if I roll knee?
Yeah, this game's over. You may think it's a pretty premature concession. However, as I've said before, if a game is having a toll on your morale, it's better to get out of it than to try to go for like a 0.02% chance of winning. Because you want to make sure that if a game is going really bad, then you're getting very frustrated, that you get out of it so that that game doesn't affect your next game. The longer I stayed in that game, basically, the more frustrated I was going to get by how obnoxious it was. So I think it was reasonable to get out, because my odds of winning at that point were pretty much nil. Anyway, that was quite the beatdown. It was very humbling to get crushed by that priest. I will not, however, put that game down as a there was nothing I could have done game. I have, declared some games to be of that category before, because I do believe that had I made that turn differently, had I played the Flesh Eating Ghoul back when we had the Yeti and the Harvest Golem and like did things that way, keeping the Blood Mage and the Forked Lightning in my hand, I might have been in a better position and been able to win. So the Twilight Drake is a bit sad here because I'm the first player. What that means is that it's actually going to be small, relatively speaking. And I am actually mulligan it back. I'm not really ever hoping to see it again. I'd rather get some actual cards. Alright, so this is Kufly the Hunter. That's a cool name, I suppose. We could get a lot of value out of Forked Lightning. Obviously, I'm not going to be playing this. Even though it's a hunter and you can't kill it with hero ability, I don't want this dying because of the spell damage. This is a bit of a weird legendary here for sure. Basically, you might think, oh, it draws a card when you die, so just put it down. But that's kind of the mindset you want to take with loot hoarders and novice engineers. They draw you a card, so I might as well put them down. Wow, this is like my 8th game in this arena. I don't think I've ever seen this Cult Master come up. Well, or did I? Did I maybe in like one game? I think it was maybe in the first part of this run. I had the Cult Master up here. Alright, so this is a fast start for my opponent. Starting Buzzard. So I have a couple of options here. One, of course, is just to play the Panda. No-brainer there. The other is to play a Totem and, like, hope he plays another creature, and then I can Fork Lightning and kill it and the Buzzard. That's greedy, though. I'm happy to trade the Panda for the Buzzard. I am willing to bet that with Fork Lightning and the Blood Mage in my hand, and this person being a hunter, it's likely that Fork Lightning will get some use later on. My opponent makes a very smart move. Not only does this buff up the Hyena, but it also prevents me from Fork Lightning killing them both. So had he attacked me, this would have been a very drastically different game, and he probably would have lost. So now, of course, I regret playing the Panda, because given that if I had just made a Totem, and he played this Hyena, then I could have Fork Lightning them both. I still don't think it was a wrong decision, I just think it was a decision that didn't work out in this particular case. So it still works out for me, notice. It's not like the end of the world here, because now I do get to play the Blood Mage. And Fork Lightning is going to kill both those. I am overloaded, which is actually really depressing because next turn is turn 5. 5 minus 2 is 3, and I have a bunch of, 5 and 4 mana cards, which kind of sucks. But it's okay. I got some card advantage there. He's got 6 cards to my 6. It's going to silence me. That is really devastating, actually, because all it is now is a 1/1. Balls. Do I Hex this thing? I got, like, nothing else to do this turn. I'm not going to Hex it. I think Hex is just a little bit too good for that. I got the Taunt Totem, which is pretty much perfect. Now, it's not super lucky. I did have the 1/1 Totem here, so there were 1 in 3 chance of getting this one. And so what that means is that next turn I can actually play the Cult Master and trade these little dinkers in for cards. Now, the Spirit of Spellbreaker will still live, so maybe I don't want to do that. I might instead consider, let's say, playing this guy in a Totem. He's going to throw out a Hunt Master when he doesn't have any beasts, which is fine by me. His guys are a very frustrating 3 health, but I drew Lightning Bolt, which is pretty timely. This guy's super awful because he just trades with those, which sort of blows. Lightning Bolt, I think I have to use it, even though it means no Stormwind Champion next turn. The question is, do I play the Cult Master? No, I don't think so. In fact, this guy does just as well trading against those things as he does. Aha, so what I'm going to do is make a Totem. Spell damage, that's cute. And do I play this? Yeah, I'll just play it. That seems fine. So I forewent the opportunity to kill one of these things. However, what I kept was the ability to play a Stormwind Champion next turn. We'll see if that works. Or if he has just a kill command for this and then gets to terrorize my board. Starting Buzzard number 2. Man, you know what would be great here? Lightning Storm. That'd be pretty terrific. Alright, well, he's going to straightforwardly trade and kill the spell damage totem. I assume that is definitely the one you want to kill. Yep, alright. This monkey, well, it is really good here. What can I say? It's stopping me from killing off the Buzzard with my Stormwind Champion. Okay. So, I think what I need to do here... Well, I have some options. I mean, I could play the Stormwind Champion. The 2 of these guys will then together kill the monkey. But then I don't have any mana left over for the Lightning Bolt on the Buzzard. Could play the Twilight Drake, which would be a 4/6. With 3 mana, I could still kill the Buzzard. But there's no good Hex targets. I kind of do want to Lightning Bolt this Buzzard. But playing the Cult Master and running these guys in for cards seems unimpressive. Well, so what we'll do then, I guess, is we'll play this thing.
Get behind me.
And then we'll Lightning Bolt the Buzzard. There's a risk to that move, of course, and the risk is that he doesn't actually have any more beasts to play, but I don't want to take those kinds of chances. So all in all, I'd say I'm actually behind, but I'm in it. The problem is I am behind. It's like every turn, as long as he keeps doing productive things, I will just fall further and further behind. But if he skips a beat one turn and doesn't have anything good to play, then I'll be alright. That looks like, oh, Explosive Shot. Well, I'm glad I didn't put this in the middle. At least I kept that thing. But yeah, notice I'm just very far behind here. I don't have any creatures on the board to make use of Stormwind Champion, and Twilight Drake only goes so far. I have no healing in this deck, so if he is allowed just to hit me for 4, I'll be in kind of trouble. Alright, so this sucks because I'm overloaded, so I can only play one of my creatures. Well, let's definitely do the Twilight Drake. It's like a Chill Wind Yeti here. I could hex something. I'm gonna make a totem. I think I can take damage one more time. I can take damage one more time. He may decide to kill the Wrath of Air totem, because, you know, it's dangerous to let Shamans keep spell damage. But yeah, like I said, I'm just falling further and further behind. Ah, damn it. Well, he can now kill my Twilight Drake. Oh, he's not gonna kill the Twilight Drake? Interesting choice. He's going for the gold here, unless, of course, he has Kill Command for the Twilight Drake. Kill Command is big enough to do it. Nope, he's just trying to burn me out, and he's counting on the monkey to stop me from retaliating, which is very fair. Well, here's what we have to do then. I'm going to give this Wind Fury. I get to kill the monkey. I get to also kill... Well, it actually doesn't matter who I do. It does it. Yeah, it's the same either way. So we'll just do this. And I really do need to preserve my health, so I have to do that and make a totem. So it sucks. Now I'm sure he's going to drop like a Savannah High Main or something, and I'm going to really regret that I don't have a Hex in hand. But, well, when you're behind, that's what you have to do. Oh, hey, look at that. Isn't that cute? Well, We're going to have to put our Stormwind Champion plans on hold for just a second here while we do that. Let's kill the frog. And I think I could make a totem, but I think I need to make a Nymph Master here. The problem is that basically he still gets to hit me for 5 because I didn't flip a spell totem. Maybe I should have flipped a totem. That would have saved me 2 damage. Going down to 7 kind of sucks. Going down to 5 actually sucks a lot. Oh, geez. Well, that's well played. So I'm going to lose next turn. I don't think there's any way that I can beat him. I don't know. His health is just too high. Oh, actually, I'm dead. Right. Well, we're at 6-0 after smashing everybody to bits, and then we had that game against the Priest, and then this game against the Hunter. Although I will say he won off the back of his Legendary. It's not much of a consolation, but it is there. Well, I said at the beginning, if this deck didn't go to 7, I was going to be very upset. We were at 6-0, now we're at 6-2, and yeah, I said that also this video was going to be in 3 parts because I had to leave in an hour. But because my wins were so fast, and because I might lose now, who knows? Oh man, I'm going to be pissed. If I can't beat this Druid, Harky, thank you. I guess that's what TY stands for. Man, I think I have to mulligan these 2. But I'll keep the Lava Burst in case he drops a Chill Wind Yeti, a Twilight Drake, or a Senjin Shieldmaster. Mulligan into a very good hand here. Oh my god, if I lose this game, guys, you're gonna hear me rage. I'm just telling you now, you're gonna hear me rage because those 2 games were a load of donkey balls. Here comes a coin, so my Amani Berserker may have to wait. He has an Amani Berserker. What do you do here? I think since I have nothing to do on turn 3. Do I Lightning Bolt this? It's the classic dilemma. Rockbiter Weapon doesn't go past taunt, and it's not buffed by spell damage. It's also bad in multiples. Lightning Bolt has Overload. If I save it, I can later buff it for spell damage, but at the moment, I have nothing to do on turn 3, do I? Well, the only thing I could do on turn 3 is play this and Lightning Bolt, whatever he plays next turn. Since he coined out a thing, I'm going to guess his deck is aggressive, and I'm going to do this. So what I'm gambling here is that he plays another creature. So on turn 3, I can have a very productive turn, Amani Berserker plus Lightning Bolt. However, if he doesn't have another creature, if he just does this, then I will regret that I didn't use my Lightning Bolt because now I'm going to have an extra mana floating at the end of my turn, and I'm going to have to eat the Overload later. Yeah, well, that sucks. Because he had the coin, I gambled that he had more to play, but he might have coined out the creature because he's holding on to removal, and so he wanted to kill whatever Yep, that's what it was. He was holding on to removal, so he wanted to kill whatever I played, and already have a creature on the board. I see now. Do I play Cult Master or a Windspeaker on an empty board? Do I play this just for its value as a 4/2? Or do I make a totem? I'm gonna make a totem. Somehow doesn't seem right to play that creature down. So next turn I'll just play this. It's not the most impressive Frostwolf Warlord the world has ever seen, but it'll just be a 5/5 for 5. Assuming this healing totem survives. He's actually gonna kill it. Alrighty then. Well, this is really pretty terrible. This is actually very terrible. I want a spell damage totem, so lightning bolt will kill this, but only 1 in 4 chance. I could use lava burst on it, then be overloaded and only have 4 mana next turn. Ah, jeez, this game's going terribly. Oh my god, am I gonna lose this game? It might be correct just to play this as a 4/4. I'm gonna do it. I think that's the most correct play. It sucks, but it's killing the creature that he has, and I'm buying time to hopefully draw into more of my endgame. Oh my god, if I go wind up 6-0 with a smashing Shaman deck, and then lose at 6-3, that will be the most depressing arena run I've had in a long time. Oh god, well we're behind now, and that's definitely not helpful. Just gonna ignore it. Okay, so let's take a look at the situation. Hex is good. I wish I could Hex and Wind Fury, but I can't. I'm a mana short, because I'm always a mana short. Lightning Bolt doesn't really do anything. Lava Burst doesn't quite kill this. I could flip for spell damage, but if I don't get spell damage, it sucks. It just sucks. Well, I could still Wind Fury this and trade it for the Fen Creeper. Okay, I think that's what we have to do. So let's see if we can get lucky here. We, well, kind of do, kind of don't. I think my move is the same, though.
Feel the power.
Ugh, this is ugly. So we're going into an endgame against a druid where we don't have any of our own endgame cards, but we do have a Hex for 1 big creature. It's just that if he has more than 1 big creature, I'm kind of in trouble.
Ready, sir.
What is up with all these 4 toughness creatures? Ah, lightning bolt. Let's keep on fishing for that spell damage. Nope. Well, here I think we have to start taking risks. So I'm going to play the Cult Master. I'm going to kill off the Squire. And I'm hoping he doesn't have any sort of direct removal so that this totem will die and I'll draw a card off of it. He's at 7 mana with a full hand of cards, so things are not looking optimistic.
Your magic.
God damn it. Well, at least it's a 3 toughness creature, so I at least get to kill it with Lightning Bolt. He's actually going to kill off my 4/2, which is fine. Oh, he's going to kill it off with Hero ability. Ah, damn it. God damn it. Well, Fire Elemental would not be a miss here. Stormwind Champion, not the greatest. I don't have any creatures. See, this is the kind of thing where, you know, Frostbolt Warlord's really smashed face in my other games, but here you can see how it's not always going to be the ball Dickens. Can I get a spell totem, please? Nope. Alright, we're going to do this. And sure, I'll just play this. I mean, yeah, this thing can kill it, but then it's at 1 health, so if I draw Lightning Storm later on, I'll be able to finish this off. I've got lots of removal, I just cannot get a single creature to stick is the problem. And the Stormwind Champion's odds of survival are actually a bit lower than I'd like. Especially after he plays that thing. Okay. Well, we have to use Hex. There's just no question about that. Oh, I finally get spell damage when it's not relevant anymore. Awesome. Let's kill that. Make a totem. Another taunt would be nice. Oh, now I get spell damage? Are you freaking kidding me? I'm going to hold on to this Spell Mage. I don't want it just to die to the hero ability. That seems kind of pointless. I want to keep him in my hand in case I need to use him. Oh, man. This game, I think I could have beaten this Druid pretty easily, but I had a very bad draw. And that caused me problems. He's still got a ton of cards. This totem will die before I can buff it with Stormwind Champion to kill off this knight. Damn everything.
Squire.
Are you kidding me?
Ready, sir.
Well, Lightning Storm would get me back into it. Stormwind Champion's terrible here. I don't have any creatures on the board. I don't know how I can hold any creatures on the board either. Of course, now I'm back to getting healing totems. I'm gonna play this. Lightning Bolt that. And I'm actually going to play the Panda and put him back into my hand so that he doesn't just die. And we'll hang on to him for the future. I'm very much on the back foot here because this 4-1 Silverhand Knight keeps killing off my totems before I can play a Stormwind Champion to actually get a kill. Pretty much I'm hoping I draw Lightning Storm at some point and he plays nothing but small stuff. That's really the only chance I have. He's actually going to Starfall here. That's a reasonable decision, I suppose.
Get in there and fight,
And he's gonna start going for the throat. Yeah, I need Lightning Storm. Yep, I need Lightning Storm. That's my only out now. He's got so much stuff. Nothing I play will stick, and he's dealing too much damage to me. Well, that's a start. Yeah, I guess we'll Fire Elemental, kill off the most dangerous creature that he has. And I'll make a totem. Spell damage, of course. Spell damage totem has come up like every single time it didn't make any difference at all, and then it didn't come up every time I would have actually wanted it. There is no point, by the way, in lava bursting this, because he could still kill my fire elemental with these two creatures plus hero ability. So now, of course, you can use this plus hero ability, but it doesn't seem to make a material difference. God damn it, this game. This deck was so good. Oh, and he has a swipe. Of course he does. This is second swipe. He's just actually gonna, you know, kill everything I have. And I'm down to 1 health with no heals, and I'm actually dead.
Well played.
Well, that sucks. This was the most depressing arena run I've ever had. I think I've said that before, but this was definitely... If I've said it before, there's a new king of the hill, because I had one of the greatest decks ever. 6-0, talking about going 9-0, and then I lost 3 games. Folks, that's life. You gotta just take those losses and move on. Let's go ahead and see what our prizes are. If you enjoyed the video, please like and or subscribe. And this is the official commencement of Papa Boris's Happy Hour. So that's a pretty good consolation for the misery and despair that I just experienced. This is 105, 115, so it's most of the way to the next arena run. And the pack... I've had ridiculous luck with legendaries. Keep in mind, folks, for like 140 packs, I saw almost no legendaries. So then I got like 5 legendaries in 4 packs or something ridiculous. But it's not like a recurring thing for me. Golden Rare, well, the luck continues. Gadsden Auctioneer, I have 2 of those. I've definitely crafted those before. So actually the rare is new, that's cool. Wait, what was the rare I just got? Golden Blizzard. When did I get this? Was that just now? I don't think it was just now, was it? Let's disenchant that. Someday, when I've got a full set, I will keep the golden cards. Blizzard is a really cool spell. It's one of my favorites. I can finally get rid of the Akanai Soul Priest that I have in the golden version. But until then, until that day comes, I will disenchant gold cards with a vengeance. Oh, Master Swordsmith. I almost want to disenchant it on site because it's such trash, but we'll keep it. There's a 100 gold reward, you know, for getting a complete set, so... Alright, let's get rid of this. That was a lot of dust. So we got a decent amount of gold and a lot of dust. So I can't complain too much. But I can complain that that deck went 6-3. Bah! So not only actually does... Oh, and it also lowers my Shaman stats, which are... With the last Shaman run and this one are now getting progressively less impressive. Ah, man, such a sad day. Well, thank you again for watching. Let's take a sneak peek at our next arena. Please like and subscribe to support the channel if you wish to do so. And we're going to be Hunter, Paladin, or Mage. Well, I don't like Hunters or Paladins anymore. So I might just have to play Mage. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you then.